Hi, this is Donnie bringing our weekly Bible reading devotional. As we wrap up Luke's gospel, I want to share one more devotion out of Luke. And it's something that I actually captured a couple weeks ago when we were having communion together on a Sunday morning. It really captures the heart of Luke's message. And so I just want to share that little clip from our communion time a couple weeks ago with you. I hope you're encouraged by it. We are born with a hunger in our souls. If you live very long, you begin to recognize that hunger. There's a deep hunger, a deep longing in us. We're born with it, and it's there every moment that we live. We've been reading through Luke's gospel as part of our Bible reading plan over the last couple of weeks, and there's this interesting thing in Luke's gospel. Jesus participates in 19 different meals. 19 different meals he eats with different individuals, 13 of which are only found in Luke's gospel. This is a major, important theme in Luke's gospel, this idea of Jesus coming to eat with people. And if you think about the last one in Luke's gospel, in the very last chapter, you may remember two men walking on the road to Emmaus after Jesus has been crucified, and then he's risen, but they don't know it yet. And they're confused about what's going on, and Jesus comes up and walks with them, but they don't recognize him until he sits down at table with them and he breaks bread. And it says, then their eyes were opened. It's in the eating of this meal that they see him, that they know him. And that breaking of bread with Jesus just takes us back a couple of chapters earlier on that night when he ate that meal with his disciples and said, this is my body broken for you. This is my blood shed for you. And then if you run your way back through to the very beginning of the gospel, you might remember it's only Luke that tells us that the baby Jesus was laid in a manger, a feed trough for animals. And so you begin to pick up on the message that Jesus has come to be nourishment for the world. He has come to give himself to meet the deep hunger of our souls, that longing. He comes and he prepares a meal for us. And he says, come to my table. There's a story where a great master, he says, goes out to throw a banquet. And everyone's too busy. They're too busy chasing after other things, trying to fill the hunger. And so they don't come. So he says, well, then invite the poor, invite the lame, invite the blind, the crippled. And they come in, and he sends his servants out again and says, go, there's room for more. Compel them to come in. My house will be filled. And we are those who recognize we are the poor, we are the lame, we are the crippled, the blind, the broken, the needy, and he's prepared a meal for us. And so that's what we get to do together this morning. We come to the table to sit down and have a meal with Jesus. He serves us his body, his blood. He says, this is what you were made for. This is what that hunger is inside you. It's for me, and it's freely yours. You have a place at my table. So we come to eat together.